Welcome to ET Government Rajasthan Logistics Summit. Joining me is Mr. Inderjeet Singh, who is Commissioner and Special Secretary for Information Technology and Communications in Government of Rajasthan. Sir, Rajasthan is a forward-looking state. How technology is being integrated in the logistics sector to give it a boost?
As you rightly mentioned, that Rajasthan is on the path of development, and IT, not only for industries or logistics, but across the sectors, it is presently becoming the backbone with every day that is passing. Not only logistics, when we talk about industries department as a whole, one thing that industries department is very aggressive about is to synergize and bring a very comprehensive IT enablement of the whole of the sector. So what do we mean by that? As you are aware, there is a one-stop shop in Rajasthan. There is a single window clearance system. There are a lot of NOCs which are being given online, but sometimes these things don't speak to each other, right? As I mentioned earlier, they all probably are very good in silos, but when it comes to a comprehensive solution, it doesn't works likewise. Gone are the days when just IT enablement is enough. We have to work on artificial intelligence, we have to work on blockchain, we have to be very sure that our data is very secure. For all these things, state of Rajasthan is working very closely with critical departments, be it industry, be it energy, be it urban development, and we are very sure that we'll come out with solutions which will not only be palatable to the public sector, but also the private sector would kind of understand the value that IT brings to them.
Sir, when it comes to IT and investment, so how the policy supports the private investment and what are your plans to attract the investors in the state of Rajasthan?
See, as I mentioned, that IT is something which not only will facilitate people within Rajasthan or within India, IT is something which will help people sitting across seas to have a look at a click. For example, when we talk about multimodal logistics parks, it's very easy to kind of sit back and say that there is a dedicated freight corridor or there is a DMIC which is going through Rajasthan. But a person who is a future investor, he cannot be physically present everywhere. So we are trying to work with the industries department, at least the GIS mapping of those areas. Likewise, as I mentioned, that land registration is getting fully computerized. So what do we mean by land registration getting computerized? It's the fact that anybody sitting anywhere would be able to understand what is the cost of that land parcel that he is going to procure in the future and how he can commercialize that land in the future. So these are few things which probably are very simple examples, but at the back end, as I spoke, data is something which is very critical for the industry these days. That data is probably something which is a huge repository with the Department of IT, and industry specifically is trying to leverage that. Hopefully, we'll be able to give solutions which are win-win for all.
My last question, sir, you spoke about adoption of emerging technologies like AI, ML, AR, VR, and others. It also needs to, train your own staff, capacity building. So, how are you planning to train your staff and provide them sufficient knowledge of these technologies?
I would say a very pertinent question because technology is ever evolving. It's always, dynamic field. What we are doing is there is a lot of collaboration that is happening with the Center of Excellences that Government of India is developing. For example, IT Kanpur is working on state-of-art technology not only within the closed doors but also going out on the field. They have the Center of Cybersecurity, they have Center of Blockchain, so we are very closely linked with them. We signed the MOU and we are working on few sectors. Likewise, when it comes to IT Jodhpur, we are working on something called artificial intelligence of things. A special lab has been set for that, and even the sectors have been chosen. For example, Jaipur and Jodhpur cities urban development is something which DOIT and IT Jodhpur are working on, and very soon you will start seeing how feasible solutions are being rolled out. So you are very pertinent in pointing that out, and DOIT is making all the efforts that all these initiatives, they are not just on the paper, but we draw in the best of the talents, and that's where the honorable prime minister's idea of from lab to actually learning is something which is to be implemented in Rajasthan as well.
Thank you, Mr. Singh, for speaking to ET Government. Stay tuned for more such updates from ET Government Rajasthan Logistics Summit. Thank you so much.